Всем привет, уважаемые друзья! Вы на канале про блокчейн. С вами Максим, Вячеслав. И сегодня у нас в гостях Алекс Машинский. Проект Celsius Network. Они были у нас год назад, наверное, мы разговаривали. И это один из немногих проектов, который продолжает упорно работать и развиваться в нужном направлении. Проект действительно очень сильно вырос. Алекс, здравствуйте. Будем на англо-русском сегодня.
Yes, I think
Hello.
English and
Alex,
Russian
hello.
together.
Точно так, да.
So,
Как у вас дела?
отлично. Растем.
We work hard.
У нас
Работаем.
отличный год. Много работы, много developments. Так,
You
Ну,
can
давай,
speak in
start.
English. Our audience understand, and we after that can understand. Как там? Explain.
Our audience understand in English and we will explain
Okay.
in Russian.
we do half and half, yes.
Yes.
So, what you done for this year? This long year?
What your best news?
Yes.
So we just announced, it's on our website, I think.
I will show.
Yeah, we did $1.2 billion in loans in 10 months. So that's coin loans and dollar loans that we issued to earn return for our community. We now have deposits of over $150 million. So people gave us $150 million worth of crypto. We lent it out. We received interest. We used the interest to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and all the other coins we support, and we give it back to our community as weekly interest. So all of our depositors has been received the interest every Monday. People love waking up on Monday and seeing that email in their inbox telling them that they have now more BTC, more ETH, or any of the 18 coins that we support in our wallet. And really, we provide a very simple service, right? And I think that's why the community, especially the hodler community, right? The community of people that did not sell their coins, it was easier to get through the winter using Celsius because Celsius paid you while you were waiting and everybody else didn't. So I think we found an application that everybody on the planet needs, right? Every person on the planet, 7.5 billion people, wants to earn more money on their money. And now Celsius offers people the option. You can choose Bitcoin if you're willing to take risk, or you can choose a stable coin if you want to just be pegged to the dollar or the euro or the Japanese yen. So you can take your dollars, buy USDC or TUSD or GUSD, deposit it with us, and earn 7.1%. So it's a very simple idea.
Sorry, you don't use Tether, I saw. In your wallet, no Tether. USDT.
Yeah, we decided not to include Tether because Tether is not a stable coin. All the other coins we have in our wallet are pegged to the dollar. So we know that Gemini has $1 in their bank account for every GUSD that they issue, right? That Circle has $1 in the bank for every USDC ERC20 that we give our community. We don't want to be in a situation where we recommended or gave something to our community and they lost money and we made a bad choice. So part of our job is to always act in the best interest of our members. We are members organization, right? So our job, we only represent the depositor, right? When you walk into a bank, does a bank represent your interest, or it represents its own interest? Or it represents the interest of its investors, right? It doesn't. So you have to always think about the party that you're working with. Are they there to help you, or they're there to help themselves? So our job from day one, and if you look at our white paper from 2017, you will see that we have not changed our business model at all. We're doing exactly what we promised we're going to do, and we're doing it better and bigger every month.
Very cool.
This is very interesting about Tether. And what do you think about this story about Bitfinex right now that are talking that Bitfinex is bad? Somebody go to prison from Bitfinex, and I see the information from that team of Bitfinex delete their faces from LinkedIn.
Yes.
Today I see this information. What do you think about it if we're talking about stable coins?
So I think that Bitfinex is a very good exchange. I think they're a good actor. I don't think they are scammers or cheaters or whatever, but there's obviously a problem where they used a bad actor. They used somebody to send money out for them, and that company did not perform and stole some of the money from Bitfinex or from Tether or from both of them. And now they're a little bit in trouble, right? Because they have to basically I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just this is what I understand is happening is that the New York Attorney General is basically saying if any of the New York residents got affected, if any of the people that live in New York lost money or are affected by this, we are going to go and make sure that we fix that situation. So that amount of who is affected in New York is obviously much smaller than the 850 million that was stolen from Bitfinex. So I don't think the damages are substantial, and I think New York State will do everything to protect. I'm a New York State resident, right? So I see the New York State acting in my best interest, right? They're not doing this as a bad thing. They're trying to protect the residents of the state. So I think the damage is much smaller than what you see when you read that headline, right? So I think we will, the initial reaction also, the price was a big drop, and then everybody realized it's not as bad as it seemed, right? So, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have gone through tremendous stress in the past. This is another test. And the test shows us that the community is very resilient. The crypto community can take bad news and shake it off. And every time something like this happens and the prices don't continue to go down, it tells you that we probably have seen the bottoms of the pricing, right? That from here, we're probably going up. It doesn't mean we're not going to go back down a little bit, but I think 3,500 is probably the lows that we will see in our generation, right? I don't see it coming back there again because the user community is growing and people are joining very rapidly, and all these people are buying coins. And we ran out of sellers. The sellers that it's like if you're familiar with the 4-man relay race, they play that in the Olympics, right? So the first guys with a baton were the anarchists, right? They were kind of running. They took the baton from Satoshi and they ran for the first 2 or 3 years, and they made a lot of noise, but only 1 million people joined them, right? If you look at 2010 or 2011, there were maybe 1 million people in the crypto community. Then came the anarchists, the libertarians. The libertarians takes the baton from the anarchists, and they get 3 million people, right? So now you're at 2013 or 14, the price of Bitcoin is $60, $80, and there come the speculators, right? The speculators kind of drive the prices, and I'm talking about the lows, right? Where the lows were, because every time you hand off the baton, the price crashes until the new group comes in and starts riding it up. The speculators drove the price all the way to 20,000, right? And they wanted to hand off the baton to the institutions, but that's where we failed, right? We couldn't finish the race. The banks, the financial institutions who really want Bitcoin to die, they don't want Bitcoin to be successful, found every excuse in the world not to take the baton, definitely not at 20,000. And that's why the price action is down 80%. But now the new wave of adoption is not the institutions. It's we are starting to see the beginning of the mass adoption. So I think the mass consumer is the one who's going to finish this 4-man relay race and get us to new highs, get the coins to new highs. And part of what Celsius does, interest income, cheap loans, that is a service that everybody on the planet needs. So the reason Celsius is successful is because we're not trying to sell the blockchain or try to sell the Bitcoin. We are trying to convince people that the only way you will have a financial future is if you make your money work for you. How do you make your money work for you? You take your normal assets and you put them either in, again, stable coins or Bitcoin or Ethereum, and you let them appreciate, and you can live off the returns instead of working very hard and having 2 jobs and just borrowing at high rates.
Do we need KYC on your wallet? I see you has a App Store and Google Play wallets. When we start use it, we need go to KYC.
Yeah, so from the beginning, we required KYC on every customer. The reason for that is that we want to make sure we keep away the bad actors. The problem with a community, right? The community is only as good as its membership. So if we have bad apples inside our community and the regulators come and give us a hard time or shut us down, the good people are the ones who get hurt, not the bad people. So we decided from the beginning to make it very hard for bad people to join. And this way the good people can continue enjoying the benefits, and we will stay compliant to all the regulatory requirements, not just in the United States, but also in Europe and Asia and so on. So
we work with Russian, Ukrainian.
Yeah, we have customers from over 120 countries. So almost, we only exclude the Korea, North Korea, Iran, Syria, countries like that. So basically, almost everybody else can join and benefit. I mean,
we put link below this video description. All our subscribers can go and download your wallets and use it.
Yeah, thanks for that. So if you think about Japan and Germany and actually many countries in Europe, there is over $10 trillion with a T, 10 trillion worth of deposits that are earning negative return, meaning people are actually paying the bank money to put the money in the bank, which is crazy. That's just a stupid idea. So we think that everybody should be earning 7% interest, right? And you can just take your money, it doesn't matter if it's yen, Japanese yen, or Russian ruble, or euro in Germany. You can convert that into a stable coin and earn 7%. And anytime you want your money back, you know that you're going to get back the underlying currency because it's backed, like Circle, USDC is backed by Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs put $400 million into Circle. So you know that they're going to stand behind the service, that they're not going to just disappear. So we combine the best products with the best interest, and that's why a lot of people choose to put their money into this product instead of giving it to the bank and earning nothing for it.
Excuse me, one question. I will receive 7% from my deposit in a month, in a year, in a day. How it works? 7% in months, yes?
So we
or in a year?
No. 7% a month, that's BitConnect. We do 7% a year.
This is yearly.
Okay.
Yeah, anyone who pays you too much and they cannot explain how they earn the money, then you should never give them your money, right? So we explain in multiple videos. We explain very easily how we make money, right? We lend coins. So we have borrowers, hedge funds and exchanges that borrow coins from us. They pay us interest, and they pay us whatever, 8, 9, 10% interest, sometimes more. We take 80%. If somebody pays us 9% interest, you do 80% of that, that's 7.1%. That's exactly what we pay on USDC or TUSD, right? So we pay that every week, but we calculate it every day. So you can put your money in, withdraw it the next day, and you will be paid for 1 day of interest. You'll be paid on a Monday.
I'm download already. I'm now on KYC. Verify my account.
Very good. every Monday you get interest in the same coin. So if you gave us Bitcoin, you get more Bitcoin. If you gave us stable coin, you get more stable coin. If you give us Ether, you get more Ether. And you can then withdraw that at all times. We keep all the coins with BitGo. So when you put, like if you download the wallet and you want to deposit, the address you get is a BitGo address. BitGo has insurance with Lloyd's, $100 million insurance. So we think that this is a product that is very safe and it's good for the community, right? It's doing good for the community, and it's doing bad for the banks. We're taking money away from the banks and we're putting money into the community.
That's great. Very, very interesting. And tell, please, what you want to do during next year. What in your plans? What you want to do with your project?
So our goal is to bring the next 100 million people into crypto. That's the title of our white paper from 2017. We're basically saying, if we don't find a use case for crypto, then the whole community is going to die. And use case means that hundreds of millions of people join the crypto revolution. You know, I always joke that I've seen this movie before, because when I did Voice over IP, right, I created Voice over IP in 1995, and the phone companies used to be the most powerful companies in the world. And we came and we basically said, no, that we're going to take something that the phone companies charge $3 a minute and give it for free to everybody on the planet, right? So the same thing with money. Now we're going from voice over IP to money over IP, right? VoIP to MoIP. And with money over IP, it's the same thing. The banks are controlling our lives. An example, JP Morgan made over $30 billion in profit last year. That's enough money in profit to give everybody on the planet $5 and have money left over. Every year, they can give every person on the planet $5 and still be a profitable company. So when you are that profitable and you still continue to not give anything to your depositors, you're just giving everything to your shareholders, that tells you that there is just a fundamental problem in our system. So all we do, Celsius does the same thing the banks do. We lend, we collect interest, but instead of giving it to the shareholders, we give 80% of it back to the depositor. So it's a very simple idea. We didn't invent a new math or a new algorithm or a new whatever. We just decided to take the most egregious abuse of our relationships with our financial institutions and turn it on its head and always act in the best interest of our depositors.
This is great. Please tell me the next thing. If do you have some other options? I see that people can deposit their cryptocurrencies to your ecosystem, but can I take a loan in crypto, something like that, something from bank? Can I take it?
So we have two services. One is interest income. We talked about that. And the second service is loans, dollar loans or crypto loans. So we can issue loans in either stable coin or in local currency. So we have partners like banks and financial institutions that we tell them, give this guy a loan, and they issue the loans to make sure that it's legal and everything else. Because we don't have licenses to issue loans, but our partners have licenses. So if you give us a deposit, you automatically can take a loan up to 50% of the value of your deposit. So let's say you gave us $10,000 worth of deposit, you can take $5,000 worth of loan, and your coins still continue to accumulate, right? You're not losing the value on your coins. So if Bitcoin continues to go up, all the increase in value on Bitcoin is all yours. It's not ours, it's your coins. All we're doing is, because you gave us collateral, we're giving you a very cheap loan. We charge 5% interest, between 5 and 9%. So depending on the loan to cash value, if you take 50% of the amount that you have with us, we charge you 9%. If you take 25% of the amount you have with us, then we charge you 5% per year, right? It's the lowest rate you can get from anywhere. Most people cannot borrow money at 9%, forget about 5%. So, and the idea is that because you have deposits with us there's very low risk that you will not pay. And if you don't pay, we have your money, we can just sell some of the coins. So there's very low risk for our community that the loan we gave you will not perform. And because of that, we want to charge the lowest rate possible. We're basically charging you what the money cost us, right? And the reason for that is because we're focused on growing the community. We want you, after you make the deposit and earn interest, or after you take a loan, run around and tell all your friends, wow, I found this amazing company that actually acts in my best interest. They are so much better than the bank. I'm going to tell everybody about it. I'm going to bring Celsius to everybody, right? So if you look, Celsius does not do ads. We never had an advertising. We never ran big campaign. We didn't hire famous actors. You know, all we're doing is building great products and convincing the community that we're acting in their best interest. And our members are the ones who are bringing additional customers. So now we have over 80,000 downloads, again, in 10 months, and it's accelerating very rapidly. Just in the month of April, we doubled our AUM. So we went from something like 70 or 80 million to basically.
You have a +1 download. How many people you has from Russian regions, Russian-speaking audience in your download value?
Yeah, Russia is definitely, and Russian-speaking is definitely a big crypto holder. It's several thousands. I don't have an exact number, but it's definitely several thousand. About half of our users are from North America, US and Canada, and the rest is from all over the world. So we don't have languages right now. So for a lot of people, because we only have English.
From IP, maybe from IP, not about languages, from IP. I mean, live in Russian regions.
Yeah, so according to Apple, it's about, again, 7 or 8%. But
this is a huge percent.
Yes, but I'm sure Android is even higher. So because I think in Russia, Android is a bigger operating system than.
And use VPN maybe.
Yes.
Use VPN.
That's
not
right.
show you others. Okay, you have a very good project. I think I download your app and I trying to use it from this day. I put some Ether and maybe some Bitcoins. I think Max add these applications in phone too.
Because we hodl Ethereum just on our ledgers, treasures, and so on for 4 years. It on our treasures and it don't work. We need to earn money from our crypto assets that we have right now, from our hodlers portfolio.
We now you're angels in Russia.
Yes.
Angels, Celsius angels.
Спасибо, да, спасибо.
Теперь можно чуть на русском. Основную часть, можно сказать, закончили. Теперь так, просто еще чуть на русском. И будем передавать привет нашим этим подписчикам. Пускай тоже скачивают.
Можно, да. Так, у нас интерес помочь комьюнити. И большинство проектов, остальных проектов, у них интерес был сделать деньги. И в этом
вся проблема.
Да, в этом проблема, потому что проблема в нашей комьюнити, в крипто-комьюнити, что у нас нету members, нам нужно еще миллиард человек.
Пользователей новых, да.
Ethereum работал. Так вот в этом наш проект это найти найти, как их привести в крипто-комьюнити.
Вы делаете проекты для масс-адопшена, чтобы больше людей были заинтересованы в криптовалютах в том числе. Я сейчас открою сайт. Ну, вы этого не увидите, естественно. Я буду сейчас зрителям нашим показывать сайты. Я пройдусь, буквально расскажу, что вообще можно в этом, что можно делать для тех, кто там, может кто-то на английском до конца не понял.
Надо скачивать приложение,
да.
Там очень круто, все понятно. Вот я сейчас скачал, кручу, и действительно тут же 6,4 рейт, это, ну, типа, все проценты, это годовые. У нас люди мыслят как бы месячными процентами.
Да, я не зря спросил.
Вы что, там офигели, типа, там 7% там, ну, в месяц, это типа там 70 за 10 месяцев, а здесь годовые проценты, и поэтому, то есть, если вы возьмете на неделю, там, ну, за месяц это $5,3. С $1000 там $5,3 за месяц будет. Вот за 6 месяцев $32 всего. То есть я могу взять в займ $1000 и $32 я заплачу за полгода процентов. Вот в чем фишка. И никуда не денется мой биткоин. И вот это, из-за этого это все работает. Из-за маленьких процентов.
Это очень...
Это работает по всему миру, в этом все
Да.
дело. Через блокчейн мы можем эти loans
Передать.
по всему миру, потому что в Америке rates, the interest rates, они очень низкие. Так мы можем как экспортировать эти...
Вот именно, вот я об этом и говорю, что получается здесь можно деньги взять под 7% годовых, ну, грубо говоря, под залог вашей криптовалюты, то есть вы и деньги получаете, и крипту не теряете. Потом выросло, пошли перезаняли у кого-то, сказать, у меня там на балансе показал, сказал, вот у меня приложение, вот у меня здесь 5 биткоинов. Дай мне сейчас денег, я сейчас верну им деньги, и мы сейчас их продадем по $20 000, и типа, и всем счастья.
Точно.
Очень интересно.
Это очень интересный у вас действительно.
И просто, это не complicated, но не...
В общем,
Да.
сложностей тут нет.
Простая система, да.
Да. Положил в залог, получи деньги. Вернул залог, пожалуйста, забирай криптовалюту.
Очень мощно. Ребят, в общем, по проекту, если будут у вас какие-то вопросы, вы можете снизу под этим видео в комментариях задавать вопросы, писать. Мы на них с удовольствием ответим. И Алекс ответит, и команда Celsius тоже подключится, будут отвечать на вопросы. Если есть что-то добавить, давайте добавим. Если нет, то будем прощаться с аудиторией.
А нам таймер пишет сверху. 2 минуты 53 секунды у нас осталось.
Да.
Мы как четко вложились.
Есть что-то добавить, уважаемые друзья? Если нет, то будем прощаться с аудиторией.
Да, так, so you asked me before, what's the plan for 2019? So we plan to do over 2 billion in loans this year. We plan to have, originally we were planning 100 million for the entire year for 2019, but we already obviously exceeded that. So now we're planning on about close the year with about $250 million, maybe more. And the idea is to add additional services into the wallet that they act in the best interest of the community. So maybe insurance products, maybe some other, like we have a product that allows you to buy a physical Canadian silver coin, right? So you can buy an ounce of silver dollar that is held by the Canadian Mint. So it's sitting with the Canadian government, and you own it through an ERC-20, and you can borrow dollars against it also. So you can own silver through a digital representation. So different products, so people can choose what they want. Some people like gold and silver, some people like stable coins, some people like cryptocurrencies. But the idea is to give people the option, and all of it is managed in a wallet that they can know that the wallet is acting in their best interest. Just as a simple example, right? Many of our customers have Dash, right? When you keep Dash on Binance, or when you keep it on the wallet, you're not earning anything unless you have over 1,000 Dash, $80,000 worth of Dash. You're not earning any of the staking rewards. So Binance earns that money, right? Or somebody else is earning that money. But with Celsius, even if you have $1,000 worth of Dash, Celsius gives you all of the staking rewards automatically, 7.5% every week into your wallet. So it's a simple example of how exchanges like banks steal from you. That's how they make hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Binance announced they made $480 million in profit.
Сейчас выключится. Вот. Но суть понятна. Мы будем еще рассказывать, как работает приложение. Мы его пополним и расскажем. Спасибо большое, что уделили время, пришли к нам. Вот. Сейчас будет отключаться. И как раз будет close.
Все, ребята. Всем пока. Спасибо. Удачи. Увидимся.
Спасибо большое. Пока. Сейчас вырубится, наверное.